Hi everyone, James, G0SEC here, and I thought I'd do a quick update on the shack build 2019, July 2019. Boy is it hot today, very very hot indeed. Well, for sunny old England it's pretty hot. And you'll see that on the weather station in a minute, because I've installed the weather station. Well, I've almost installed the weather station, that's the way to put it. I don't know if you can see this here, let me just show you quickly. I got the new monitor picture overhead, which I've had for quite a while. It was rammed around in the corner. It's not so much in the corner now. I've repositioned it, redone the wall. The cables used to come out here for the coaxial cables, which I never really liked because it had to go sort of underneath there and all down here and stuff. So now they come in from outside and they go underneath here from the filter box through the outhouse shed and through here underneath. All in like tubes underneath here. Still got to put some plugs on the cables, but all of them are in now. The weather station's being fitted. This is just a temporary cable. This weather station came with a sort of American weird plug, or what I call weird, being that I'm in the UK. So I've just ordered a new adapter for it, which is 12 volt 1.25 amp adapter cable. It's actually a little bit thinner than this one, so hopefully it will fit in this little this little bit that I've cut out. So it goes in about 7mm, and channel all the way down and then all the way down through. There's a hole there that goes all the way down through, and get the plug up through there. It will come up here and fit into here where it controls the weather station, and from here it goes down here, and then you can see this cable that goes to here, and this is the controller box, all built in alarm system. It's off at the moment. And I can look at the weather speed. So from my point of view of when I'm in the shack, which is here at the moment, I've got all this protection of masking tape around because I'm working on it. I didn't want to sort of scrape it or bump it or anything. I've got like things like this that could sort of knock it or something. After making this whole unit myself, completely all done myself. This is 2 boards. This is one, as you've seen from my previous videos. This is a car body filler on the front of the 2 boards to make it look like one. But the whole cabinet was made by myself, and as you can see, it sort of goes in near the skirting board. If you look at that side, you can see. Oh, if I move this out of the way, you can see that the whole. This is a DVD sort of CD rack, which will take my CDs and DVDs. And as you can see, that even it goes around the skirting board. So everything's like made to measure on this thing. Made all the drawers myself. Took me a good year or so to do it. not an easy feat, believe me. But back about the weather station. Let me just get up quickly. It's quite nice having the weather station done. Like I say, this wire won't be here. I'll show you outside in a minute, the weather station. The great thing about it is it will be connected to the winch in the future. I'm going to have an electric winch. There's a little box that will fit up here. That goes into there. Then the controller for the winch would be here, be sat here. It's about the same size as this, just a little bit bigger. So that'll be here. It's a bit longer. So that's why I want that bit here. I measured that out for the controller for the winch here. We'll also have a key fob remote for the winch as well, so it can go up and down. The great thing about this system is it'll go from, there's a cable, data cable here on the side. I don't know if you can see that. There's a data cable that will go from here to the computer. The computer then controls not only the winch, but also it can override the winch, and it can control it in a way. If it gets too windy, and let's just see this wind speed goes up to like 50-60 mile an hour all of a sudden, it will automatically, as a safety feature, bring the tower down, because it's obviously on a electric winch. It will automatically kick in, override it, and bring it down for me. So I think that's a pretty neat feature. Learned a lot about it, about how to do it, and it's going to be done. And it's one of the things that's going to be nice about the shack in the future. I've also got alarms that I can set. I sort of set them around about sort of when it gets to like sort of 35 mile an hour and above, especially when the tower's at full height, because it can be pretty high. It stands about, the HF beam will sit about 53 foot above my apex, so above the top of the building, so it's pretty high. It's the HF beam will sit at 87 feet, and then it goes up about 12 foot above that to the collinear, so it's a pretty high tower when she's up. But a full section, 20-foot section, so she's an 80-foot tower, but she's also got like a pretty long stub mast on the top of a 6-foot rotor cage, so she's pretty tall in all. So I wanted to be safe, if you know what I mean. And the way that I like to feel safe is when I'm on the radio, I can peer up here or I can look over here and I can tell what the wind's doing outside. And if it's getting a bit rough out there, the alarm will go off. And in the future, the electric winch will be connected to the weather station system. So, like I said, this wire won't be here. So if you imagine that out of the way, it's going to look all nice and neat. And this here is where the power cable will come. That's being delivered tomorrow. The new adapter will be here tomorrow. And I've just been doing this today, digging out this little 7mm, it's about 7mm thickness. That's enough for the power cable to go in a little conduit and straight down and then plug in behind here underneath. I'll show you outside quickly, but boy is it hot out there. As you can see from the weather station, the hottest temperature today, we're sort of, we're blowing a sort of northeasterly wind, sort of like north to east. And you can see the hottest temperature today is 30 degrees 0.4, so nearly 31 degrees. Pretty hot for the UK. We haven't got air conditioning over here, so it's pretty hot for us. At the moment, temperature is 28 degrees exactly, and the lowest temperature today has been 26, or 26 since this morning anyway. So it's pretty hot. It's pretty hot. So let's go outside and have a quick look at the new weather valve. I'll tell you what I'm about to show you just quickly. Don't want to make this a too long a video. The weather valve that I did have on there, I got from America, and it's a really good weather station. Love the actual system, really is nice, lovely controller box, altimeter, and I went to take the mast down for the weather station to replace an antenna on it, and the weather valve just fell off. So I couldn't repair it, so the only thing I could do is buy a new one. So that's what I done, and that's now I've done that, fitted that this week, and I've done all this and re-drilled where this is going. I had to rub all the wall down, make it all smooth, and then re-put where I wanted the weather station for the new shack. And like I said, you won't see any wires. All the wires will be hidden in the wall, so it'll be quite nice when it's all done, nice and neat. And then there'll be a shelf here that sort of merges into the sort of other parts of the shack. And the next job after the weather station is doing the uprights and then making a template for my shelving system so it matches the desk. The desk is 2.5 foot from here, from the wall to here, and 3.5 foot from here to here. It goes actually in a foot, so it sort of comes out of the sides like a foot. And I just wanted that sort of bit that goes in a bit. The original desk actually came to exactly the same place here. It just means I can push the chair in when I sort of go past and let the dog out and stuff. So let's go and have a look outside. I'll show you the new weather valve. And it's a bit bloody hot out here. As you can see, it's 28.2. For you guys in America or in the Caribbean, it's probably nothing. You're probably laughing at me, but to me, it's bloody hot in the UK. So let's have a look outside. Show you the weather valve. You can see, if you can see that. There's the new, it's working. That's the weather station, and on top of there is a 70 cms antenna, which will be actually replaced for a 23 cms antenna at some point for the 9700 that'll be in the shack. The tower, I've got to put the 6 meter beam in between the collinear. If you can see at the top there, the collinear, there it is somewhere, and the stub mast is 12 foot. It's 12 foot free from the collinear to the HF beam, and the 6 meter and 4 meter beam will be probably a 6 or 8 element, and it will be above the HF beam, about 6 foot above the HF beam. So that's the way it's going to be. And it's a full section tower, and God, it's hot out here. It really is hot out here. Anyway, so let's just show you again. That's the new one. I'm quite proud of getting that, and it took 5 days to get here from America, so I'm pretty pleased. So that's my weather station. That's where it gets its data from. And if I go back in here, oh, this is what the shack looks like, or will look like, if you get an idea of it going in. So that's what it will look like. This is going to be replaced. Look how terrible that is. That is definitely coming off a whole lot. Getting a new door put there very soon actually. It's doing my head in. So that's all going to be all renewed, along with the path. Next, this project, 2016 was the antenna year. I restored my Force 12 antenna. It's got a very, it doesn't look too big up there, but believe me, it's big. She's a larger antenna than she was originally, and she's on an 18-foot boom. The boom is 18 foot 4, sorry, is the boom length. Longest element is I think about 31 foot, something like that, on the reflector element. So she's a pretty big antenna for, because I haven't really got a massive garden. As you can see, it's not really massive or anything. Next year is going to be what I call the garden era. And that would be, you can see my water feature down below, which is running nicely, and all the cables for that go underground, just like the tower really. But next year I'm going to renew all the path. What I mean by that is rub it all down and make it all nice again, and re-turf. There's going to be a sort of, I don't know, me and my son are thinking about having some kind of something we can soak in here in the corner. What do you think? It would be quite nice. I think I have to get a little bit better to be able to do that. But my G0SEC is getting better, guys. Well, certainly has been in the last month or so that's the good news. But yeah, looking forward to getting that done. That'll be next year though. Let's get on with the shack, eh? So looking forward to getting the new antennas on the tower. Let me just shut the door. Boy, is it hot out there. And you can see it's actually gone up. Now it's 28.6, so I think that's going to be 29 before long. Still saying the highest temperature is 30.4, lowest temperature 26 degrees. Wind speed at the moment is 6 miles an hour, just over 6 miles an hour. And you can see that the wind chill is 28.6 because there's not much wind. So usually when there's a high lot of wind, the wind chill will bring the temperature down. So that would be like the wind chill. But obviously there's not a lot of wind out there. It's only about 5 miles an hour, so it's just a very gentle breeze that you can hardly feel, making it feel a lot hotter. So highest wind today has been about 10 miles an hour. So you can see the highest wind today has been like 10 miles an hour. But it's nice having a system like this in the shack, having the weather station, so you can keep an eye, especially when you've got a tower outside that goes up pretty high. I think it's important that you'll keep an eye on the weather. I don't like my tower at full height when it blows a hoolie. It can be a bit scary. Well, for me anyway. Anyway, so I nearly fell over and bumped into my steps there. But I thought I'd do this quick video for you. This is the quick update. It's not the best of my videos, but I thought it'd give you a quick update on where I am. The next job is obviously the cable. Bury the cable in the wall, get that filled up, repaint, and then, like I said, I'm going to start on the template. The template, I've got a small ply board. It's about 3 mil. If you see in the hallway here, you can see this here is going to be for the template. It's an 8x4 board. And that's going to be the template for the actual first shelf, which will be that one there. But this template here, I'm going to cut this with a friend of mine. We're going to make the template first to make sure it all fits properly, and that will be the first shelving here. So it will sort of go around to match the sort of desk and everything. And we're going to make it from that wood here, and that will become the template. And then we can cut the real board. And once again, to get the edges done, I use car body filler. So that's if you want a tip on how to get a really nice smooth edge, and you don't want those horrible things that you iron on, then use car body filler. You can see it here, just to prove. Look, this is it here. Isopon P38. That's car body filler, but I tell you what, this is what it's like when you put it on an edge of a shelf. Okay, look how nice that is, nice and smooth. Same here, that's the same edge, because this was a rough edge. Car body filler, and the same here, all of them actually, they're all car body filler. Can you see that? Nice edge, you ain't got nothing that's going to peel off. So that's the secret, guys. That's the secret. That's what I done. And this edge here, this is 2 boards together. 2 boards together, 2 16mm boards, making 32mm, which matches the sort of 40mm desktop a lot better. If that was just 16mm, it would look like I've got a piddly desk on a very thick desktop. So that's how I done it. So the trick, if you want a real smooth edge to your shelving that goes around and stuff, use car body filler, guys, because that's what I do. But I'm not going to give any more away. 7 threes for now, and hope you enjoyed the video. Look forward to doing my next update. The next update, hopefully the weather station will be done. That'll be buried in the wall, and I'll be on to the shelving. I'm looking forward to showing you that, guys, when I've done the template, so you can get a real good idea of what the shack shelving will look like. And then it's on with the monitor. Well, there's 2 shelves I've got to do. Then on with the monitor, get the monitor on the wall, obviously. It's a very large monitor. The monitor is 4'6", same distance between there and there. So it'll be right in front of me. And it's the curved monitor that you've seen in my previous videos. And then my G0SEC will be here in the middle somewhere. And once again, I've got to cut in the wall here enough to get the cable in, because I don't want any horrible ugly cables going up to my G0SEC. And surrounded by QSL cards, obviously. So still a lot of work to do, but I'm looking forward to it and I'm enjoying doing it. So I'll make it my final for now. I'll say 7 threes, and thanks for watching. And don't forget to, if this is the first time you've watched my videos, don't forget to subscribe to my video channel by clicking on the subscribe button below. And also, if you're in the UK and you like selling and buying radio equipment, then I've got a Facebook group, and I'll leave the Facebook group link in the bottom of the description. So if you're in the UK and you're on Facebook and you want to join one of the largest Facebook groups in the UK for buying and selling ham gear, you'll see the link below. 7 threes, guys. All the best for now. Boy, is it hot here. James signing off. 7 threes.